The biggest names in basketball media have now highlighted the exact problem that Indiana Fever fans have been warning about for weeks, and much of the criticism is being directed at head coach Stephanie White and the organization's handling of Caitlin Clark's injury situation. What began as a routine update regarding Clark's back injury has quickly evolved into one of the WNBA's most talked-about controversies. While no one expects a franchise superstar to risk her health or play through a serious injury, the real concern has never been the injury itself. It has been the lack of transparency surrounding it. Instead of providing clear and consistent information, the Fever's public messaging appeared to change repeatedly, creating confusion among fans, reporters, and analysts. Various updates regarding Clark's status seem to contradict one another, with explanations shifting from probable availability to additional concerns before eventually settling on the familiar day-to-day designation. As a result, frustration grew and speculation intensified, leaving many people questioning what was really happening behind the scenes. Those concerns gained even more attention after public comments from Chiney Ogwumike, whose remarks have added significant pressure on Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever organization to provide clearer answers about the situation.
They said Caitlin Clark is day-to-day. Who remember the Caitlin Clark day-to-day? Everything right now is just day-to-day. When you got a front office that's spoon-feeding the fans information, when you got a front office that didn't announce she was going to not play until an hour and a half before the game, yeah, I think it's about time to give the fans some transparency with these injuries on this damn injury report. Because guess what? The fans spoke. And you want to know what happened when the fans speak?
They waited until just an hour and a half before tip-off to announce that she would not be playing. An hour and a half. Think about what that means for the fan base. People spend thousands of dollars on tickets, flights, and hotel rooms for the chance to watch Caitlin Clark play. She is one of the league's biggest attractions and a major driver of fan interest and revenue. Yet the front office chose to keep her medical status under wraps until many fans had already arrived at the arena and taken their seats. When fans feel blindsided after investing so much time and money, frustration is inevitable. The reaction was immediate and intense, with criticism spreading across social media and eventually drawing the attention of major sports publications.
This morning. Now, there was a clip to go with this, but it's been reported that too much side explanation. Two-time WNBA All-Star responds to Fever handling of Caitlin Clark injury. Now, only a few could have predicted that Caitlin Clark will be sitting out a single game, which snowballed into one of the league's messiest off-court stories this season.
An article from Essentially Sports, titled Too Many Side Explanations, two-time WNBA All-Star responds to the Fever's handling of Caitlin Clark's injury report, highlights the growing controversy surrounding the Indiana Fever's communication about Clark's injury. What began as a single missed game quickly snowballed into one of the WNBA's biggest off-court stories of the season, with fans, analysts, and media questioning the team's transparency. The situation reached a new level when Chiney Ogwumike appeared on Sue Bird's podcast and openly criticized the Fever's handling of the narrative, effectively exposing what many viewed as head coach Stephanie White's failure to control the messaging surrounding Clark's absence.
The ability to buy time and also withstand the narratives on the outside, Dallas is real, and they're going to be better than what even I expected. Thinking, oh, they're going to win some games. They're going to be a team that is going to be hard to knock out.
Yeah, I agree. And then, since we're talking about Paige.
While much of the media was busy shifting attention to Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings, seemingly trying to move the conversation away from the Indiana Fever's ongoing controversy, Chiney Ogwumike addressed the issue head-on. When asked about the Caitlin Clark injury report situation, she didn't dodge the question or change the subject. Instead, she looked directly into the camera and delivered a blunt, powerful response that cut through the surrounding noise and brought the focus right back to the growing concerns over how the situation had been handled.
Clark, injury report thing, I thought it was kind of blown. I was like, this is a lot for no reason. I'm like, the injury reports? What?
I think sometimes when too much side explanations going on, people are like, what's really going on here? You know what I'm saying? that we're reading into the injury reports. Now we're reading into the words of the coach, and then the coach is not like standing 10 toes down on it. It just gets to confusion. I'm moved on. Like
when there are too many side explanations, people naturally start asking, what's really going on here? Chiney addressed that exact concern at the 5:25 mark, pointing out that the injury reports have become a guessing game for fans and media alike. When the head coach refuses to firmly stand by her own statements, it only adds to the confusion and fuels speculation. Rather than providing clear answers, Stephanie White appeared to be backpedaling, offering lengthy explanations and mixed messaging that created even more uncertainty. By the 5:50 mark, it was evident that the situation had evolved into a public relations problem. Hearing a highly respected national television analyst openly criticize an active head coach for the way she communicated the issue was a significant moment and underscored the growing concerns surrounding the handling of the situation.
This is good. Now that I think about it, this is very much good because I had not seen this thing in its entirety, but for her to be calling her out for kind of misusing her words during this is big to me, because it's showing that people is paying attention to Stephanie White. And I guess us content creators is just, I don't know, right, been right, always right. And then now y'all.
This situation completely validates what many content creators have been saying all along. The most ironic part of this entire controversy is that Stephanie White also works as an analyst for ESPN, where her role is built around communicating clearly and effectively to a national audience. Yet when she was entrusted with leading the most valuable franchise in women's basketball, many fans believe she failed to provide the clarity and transparency the situation demanded. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to give everything she has to the Indiana Fever while dealing with intense defensive pressure and enormous public scrutiny. Supporters argue that she deserves a veteran, organized, and transparent coaching staff, as well as a franchise that operates with the professionalism of a championship-caliber organization. The growing frustration has led many to question whether changes are needed within the organization. What do you think? Was Chiney Ogwumike right to criticize Stephanie White? Does the Indiana Fever front office owe fans an apology? And how much longer can the franchise continue down this path before a major decision is made? Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more WNBA analysis and coverage.